Okay, bang, bang, bang. Here we go. Ow, 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 ow. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Oh, I gotta put my stuff in here. Let me put my stuff in here at the bottom of your screen. Hold on, how do I do this? There we go. There we go. Bam, and / bam. And all that. Okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we got it. Now we got it. Hold on. Let me pin this up. Hi. What's good? What is going on, everybody? I do not own the rights to this music. Shout out to Juan Allure. Rest in peace. Bang, bang, bang. Let's hit it. Ow, bring it on in. I'm going to give y'all a little femme queen today. Yeah, bitch, we're going to be talking about performance and all of that shit today, honey. Bitch, I got on jeans and sneakers today. Bring it on in. And this is also music that Facebook won't block me for. Shout out to Juan Allure. Rest in peace and all. Hi, what's going on, George? What's going on, Christoph? Benny? What's going on? Ow. Uh-huh. Let's go. Share across the things. I'll be talking about a little bit of everything today because I went off so hard yesterday on people who feel like that they can just come in and just, appropriate our culture and all of that. If you were here yesterday, I talked about that. I read a little bit. But, I also want to discuss ways that... Hold on, let me turn this down. I also want to discuss ways that we can protect our culture better. Because, bitch, as y'all know, bitch, everybody is following us. Hi, what's going on, Dee Dee? I'm feeling this beat today. It is gorgeous outside. And all of that. Hi, everybody. What is going on? This is just a continuation from yesterday's Trans Talk Tuesday. I want to get into a lot of stuff today because I have a little bit more time on my hands and things. Please share across your networks. You got a light? Ow. You got a cigarette? Ow. You got a light? Yes. Yeah. You know what I mean? All this shit was invented by us, our culture. You know what I mean? And to see it on a larger scale and people try to camouflage it as visibility for us. Like, bitch, I don't get it. They camouflage it as visibility for us, but at the same time, bitch, appropriating and bitch becoming our whole scene. You know what I mean? And forgetting about us, bitch, that are in it. This is what I was talking about yesterday. But, bitch, we gonna get into it today. What's going on? I'm gonna give a couple more seconds, honey, and then I'm gonna get started. Ow. Ow. And also, people that been waiting for me to talk about ballroom and all of that, like, bitch, where the fuck y'all been at? Stay out of my inbox asking me to talk about ballroom, bitch, if when I come on here and talk about ballroom, bitch, y'all are nowhere to be found. Could y'all please stop that? Because, bitch, I got other things to do. I'm just saying. Y'all want to ask me all these questions and stuff like that, bitch, and then when I come live, bitch, it's crickets. I don't get it. I'm just saying. I built my platform or speaking my mind, bitch. I'm not going to stop now. You know what I mean? all of the performance questions and all of that. Like, I get these like literally every day. But, you know, when I come on live, bitch, you know, nobody, you know, everybody is, you know, people want to be silent. You know what I mean? Bitches, trans women getting killed out here, bitch. I got to talk about that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hi, Zoli. What's going on? I know if I, bitch, move this shit out the way, bitch, and started cutting up, bitch, it'd be a lot more fucking crowded in here, bitch. See, I know a lot of y'all for y'all motherfucking works. And, bitch, I'm going motherfucking stop, bitch. I'm going to stop, bitch, doing lives and motherfucking shit and voguing too, bitch, because, bitch, I know a lot of y'all, bitch. Y'all like to steal shit. Let's talk about it, bitch. Y'all like, ooh, that was cute, bitch. Let me, no. Bitch, you won't get me, bitch. That's why I don't teach. Bitch, you will not. Hopefully everybody can see and hear me okay and all that. Bitch, no, you won't. Bitch, no, you will not. Yes, okay, 17 people. I'm gonna get started. As people that are just coming in, please share the live, share across your networks, bitch. I'm talking about ballroom and all of the things, bitch. And I kind of want to just go through all of the categories that I've had experience with. Like, bitch, you're not going to get me to get up here talking about freaking categories that I don't walk, which is a lot of times in our scene, you know, what our scene tends to do. You know what I mean? People that have so many, you know, adverse opinions about shit that they don't even like really walk. So I'm like, are you, or don't have any experience in it? Oh, we are not doing that. Bye, girl. Oh, no. And then you're going to invite me to get on my live too. If you don't, girl, if you don't get the fuck off of my live, that child ain't got no truth because I already blocked them. But I'm just saying, bitch. Like, bitch, and this, bitch, let me talk about this first, bitch. It be the audacity of these folks online. Bitch, you don't know me. Girl. You do not know me. Bitch, you want to call, bitch, and fucking, bitch, people that fucking call and, bitch, like, we're neighbors. Bitch, you want to hit the freaking friend request button, bitch, and then call me on here? See, bitch, they need to get rid of a lot of these motherfucking features. I mean, it's no shade. They need to get rid of a lot of these motherfucking features, Miss Thing. Girl. Oh, bitch, that bothers me. See, I was in a good mood, bitch. You know... I was in a good motherfucking mood, bitch. And then they want to fucking call you and carrying on. Like, girl, we not kin, bitch. You ain't said 2 words to me, bitch, and then gonna get on my live and say, can you get undressed? Bitch, get the fuck out of my fucking face. So, all right. I'm just gonna get started. With these things and just start answering a lot of the questions and shit that I've been getting, you know, online and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know, like it's crazy. It's giving Russian bot teas. Yeah, they better take that shit over there. Cause baby, I don't have time. I do not have time. Oh, shout out to Newport for keeping my nerves intact since 1995. This video is brought to you by Prep. Use it. or lose it. Use it or lose it. Prep. Boom, boom, boom. It might look backwards to y'all, but y'all get the gist. Y'all get the gist of the things So yeah. You know what the shade is? I am kind of excited for the new season of Legendary. I'm excited to see all of the houses participate. Okay? I was looking in the mirror today. And I'm like, bitch, this looks like it says perp. Bitch, am I a perp? Bitch, I used to be. I used to be a perp, honey. Yeah, so anyway, now there was a post that I put up the other day. That I was getting a lot of backlash about and everything about stunts and the dancing and the the acrobats and stuff like that. Listen, I advocate for stunts. Like, please, people who incorporate stunts in their performance, please do not think that I am like coming for y'all, like when I say that, or coming for dramatics and stuff like that. Listen, honey, they call me one of the blueprints of it. So how can I hate on stunts? What I kind of frown upon when it comes to stunts are those folks, bitch, who rely on them. To where, bitch, you're doing all these fucking stunts, bitch, and there's no fucking voguing in there. And then, bitch, you do all these tens of thousands of stunts, bitch, and don't land them. You don't land them, bitch. The shade is, bitch, you do them stunts, bitch, and spin stuff, bitch, and that shit be looking too fast, bitch, and you fall right out of the motherfucking, bitch. That is not like, listen, bitch. If we would have did that shit, honey, back then when I came out, bitch, it would be a fucking wrap. Bitch, they would send you on your motherfucking way. That's not clean. You know what I mean? Like that, like there's no like cleanliness. It's not fucking crisp. Bitch, you rolling on your motherfucking back, bitch, to keep from falling out of freaking dips and stuff. That's why if I ever do decide to teach, bitch, I'm going to sit down, bitch, and have fucking, like, bitch, let's talk about fucking shit like musicality and originality and shit. Y'all claim to know how to do all that other shit. You know what I mean? The triple backflips, bitch, and the motherfucking Harlem Shake and all these, bitch, where's the Vogue at? Where's the Vogue at? Bitch, if you ain't using these, bitch, you can call it something else. Don't call it voguing. And then another thing about these elements that everybody keeps trying to push down everybody's throat. Bitch, elements are freaking just supposed to be a fucking teaching tool. I don't know where it came from that, you got to know how to do all 5 elements and you must, if you're not doing all 5, bitch, then you're not voguing. Bitch, let me tell you something, bitch, I can't spin. I can't spin for shit. And a bitch became a whole fucking icon, bitch, after not knowing how to motherfucking spin. For not knowing how to fucking spin. So, bitch, it's not a necessity. These are just teaching tools to help you learn how to vogue. That's it. All of that, you have to know this and you have to know that. That's for the birds. That is for the birds. I do know one thing, bitch. If you ain't using your motherfucking hands, bitch, and out here looking like that motherfucking inflatable fucking arms guy, bitch, that's not fucking voguing. It's not. You know, it's just not. And I am not here to like water down what anybody does or bash what anybody does or whatever, because it is an art form that is open to interpretation about how you feel and how how you individually come across. But bitch, we're talking about competition. I'm not talking about the vogue that you do around your girlfriends, bitch, in the house. I'm talking about in ballroom competing. If you want to be, good enough for competing in the ballroom atmosphere, then bitch, none of that shit is gonna fucking work. And I know a lot of the judges vote for it because it's kind of like the norm now. Like, I don't even know who to freaking blame at this point. I don't even know at what point and maybe somebody can answer this for me. At what point, bitch, did it just totally fucking get out of hand? At what point did it just totally get out of hand? To where you got people and celebrities, bitch, thinking that this is the norm. Bitch, I learned, and I am so glad that I learned, when I initially learned how to Vogue, that I learned that my inspiration is the freaking old way. Bitch, like Butch Queen old way. And the reason I'm glad that I learned from Butch Queen old way is because a lot of the lines and the precision that Butch Queen old way has, bitch, I incorporated into my whole freaking performance. So, bitch, I have no choice but to be precise and hit beats and things like that. I have no choice. But, it's a lot of people out there that just get it all like stop learning from, like, it's okay to use like different like YouTube and things like that and watching other people, but make sure you don't get fucking lost in that. Make sure that you're not getting lost in another person's style and another person's swag. You can see that in the performance of the femme queens of your era. It's beautiful, clean performance. Right. And on top of that, none of us fucking vogue the same. You can tell one from the other. Like, bitch, you can tell Mika's performance from a Yolanda's performance from a Deja's performance. You can tell. And mind you, although they may have learned and have their influences, bitch, it's still all different. It is still all different. That grace, that individuality, that's the style is what's is a lot of it is missing. A lot of it is missing. Like when I first learned, my gay mother taught me, bitch, like she was actually like teaching me. Like she was fucking hands on. Like I would be like she would be in the front and I would be on the back on top of her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and we would be voguing together. You know what I mean? And it's all about it was all about seeing what beautiful shapes that you can create with your arms and your hands and your fingers. Because at the end of the day, it's, voguing and posing are like this. Because the aim was to be able to get a sickening pose because you're posing for a fucking picture. Bitch, I can't fucking get a picture, bitch, with a lot of this freaking stuff that's going on today. Because, bitch, you're fucking too fast. You're too fast. You're trying to get as many moves as you can get in before that fucking beat drops and still miss the beat. This is not reading. This is like trying to have like teachable moments around something, bitch, that I done put fucking years into. Decades into. I'm just saying. I am just saying. And the thing about it is, a lot of these people, bitch, a lot of the people, bitch, that are judging performance, bitch, walk other shit. So it's not even their fucking category. So then it becomes about preference and what they like. And most times what they like doesn't have shit to do with voguing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And Jonathan is right. Yeah. Make sure you watch the right people. And the thing about it is, I didn't know. See, the thing about it is we didn't have social media. You know what I mean? We had the clubs, bitch. Like, and I was watching everybody. I was watching everybody from Ashley to Sanaya to Christina to, you know what I mean, to all of them. I was watching all of them. You know what I mean? I was watching all of them. I didn't know. I knew that I didn't want to emulate any of them, though. I didn't want to emulate, bitch. I wanted my own style, but pieces of each of them. You know what I mean? My influences are from each of them. But bitch, then there came a time where, bitch, I had to have my own thing. You got to sit down and with yourself and find out what that thing is. That is going to, especially if you're competing. Like I said earlier, like I don't care about, the practice sessions at your girlfriend's house. We're talking about competing. George says you take a little here and a little there and make something new. Right. Right. Now, see, Altway was looked at as femme queen. Butch Queen Altway was looked at as very, very masculine with as far as the femme queen goes. Femme queens go, especially back then. Bitch, voguing period was very, very masculine. Bitch, they used to read us. That's why it boggles my mind how popular Vogue is now, bitch, because, bitch, they used to fucking read us. Oh, I ain't fucking around with all of that. Oh, y'all be getting on the floor and getting all dirty. Y'all dirty and having dirty socks and blah, 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 blah. Bitch, what you think is gonna fucking happen, bitch, if you don't have fucking shoes on, bitch, and you're dancing? Because, bitch, back then I used to feel some type of way. But now looking back on it, I'm like, bitch, what you think is gonna fucking happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just insane how things change. You know what I mean? You know, and I'm all about evolution and stuff like that, but like, bitch, we not gonna freaking be out there fucking being sloppy with Vogue, bitch, and call it evolution, cause bitch, no, it's not. That ain't fucking evolution, bitch. Like, I care what the fucking what it evolves into. This thing. We're not gonna call a lot of that shit, bitch, that I see on them fucking clips evolution. No, we not. No, we not. And I definitely had favorites when it comes to voguing. You know what I mean? I'm always, because bitch, I've been walking it forever. So bitch, naturally I'm going to be interested in the progression of it. You know what I'm saying? But bitch, you know, I've got a lot of favorites. But bitch, I also have seen freaking people that are totally freaking fucking the game up too. Like, bitch, this shit ain't fucking clownery and buffoonery. Fucking... Bitch, what the fuck is that? Jonathan says it's actually a type of de-evolution. It becomes a mockery. Exactly. Exactly. I agree with that. Like, bitch, what the fuck is that? Fucking the Roger Rabbit and Kid and Play and all these motherfucking other dances, bitch. The motherfucking stanky leg, bitch. Take that shit somewhere else, bitch. Don't nobody want to see that. That's not voguing, bitch. You're doing whatever that fucking dance is. Yes! Like, child. And just like I was talking about yesterday with Miss Roach and Miss Jamil. And then you gonna put motherfuckers, bitch, that don't have no kind of motherfucking experience in the fucking art of voguing, bitch, on a fucking panel to judge people from our scene? Do you have any faves from the European scene? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's unfortunate that a lot of their names that I'm not really too familiar with, but yes, there are a lot of them over there that I do like and live for. My mother is making sure my mother is all right. Yup. What's going on? Hi, everybody that's coming in. I'm just sitting here having some ballroom chizat. Hold on. Who said as a non-voguer? That's what I be confused about. Are they twerking or is it voguing? Like, yeah, you're not gonna freaking bring some old freaking random ass, stupid ass freaking dances, bitch, and try to incorporate it into vogue. Now, see, it's different. There are a lot of folks that incorporate certain types of dance into their vogue, and it looks beautiful. And it looks absolutely stunning. But the thing about it is, when they do it, they are incorporating that into their voguing. That is the difference. They're still voguing. They're not leaning on and depending on these little fucking in-between dances. And I'm not a professional dancer, by any means. But, bitch, let me tell you something, bitch, I do know voguing, though. I do know, bitch, that you need to be motherfucking listening to the motherfucking music and not falling out of shit. And a dip is supposed to be like a fucking period at the end of a sentence. I do know that. Hey, Mon, I love you. And I so appreciated our conversation yesterday. I love you, gorgeous. You know what I mean? And, like, please do not mistake me talking about Vogue and stuff as, as being shady. Bitch, I have license to talk about it the way that I do. You know what I mean? I have license to talk about it the way that I do, bitch, because, bitch, I done spent way over half of my life, bitch, doing it. You know? Way over half my life doing it. Where the fuck is my meter at? You know? I just wish that we could bring some, you know what I mean, or somebody. You know who I like from the new generation that freaking eats it? Makai, let me tell you something, my darling. If you want to see somebody, bitch, who is a part of the newer generation and is the next evolution in Vogue, while still keeping classic elements and incorporating classic elements in his fucking Vogue, it's motherfucking Makai. He is going to be a problem for a lot of you. He is going to be a problem for a lot of you out there. Yes. Makai Juicy. Him. Now that is me giving props and kudos to our newer generation of folks that are coming out, that still can appreciate what Vogue is and incorporating their own spin. Their own spin on it. Hold on 1 minute. I know I forgot to pull the freaking lighter down here. Yeah, here I go. Okay. What's going on, Fantasy? What's up? I'm just sitting here talking and having a general conversation about ballroom. It ain't nothing, nothing heavy. It ain't nothing heavy. But him. And there's a few others too. There's a few others too that I absolutely, because you can tell that they're listening to the music, and you can tell that they're listening to the music, and you can tell that they are passionate about what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that they're passionate about what they're doing. All of those people, bitch, that just get out, bitch, just to fucking play around and shit like that. Like, bitch, you ain't serious. You're not serious. So if you're not serious, how can you expect me to take you seriously? I'm just saying. Can't expect me to take you seriously. You know? Like, bitch, everybody with ballroom, you know, they sensationalize it so much. Like, people really are sensationalizing ballroom so much. Like, it's this big, all-inclusive wonderland, bitch, where everybody is kumbaya and accepted. All of the black sheep are just unified. And, bitch, no, bitch. It's not. It's not. It's not that. Ballroom is cutthroat. Ballroom is shady, especially in the freaking spirit of competition. We not gonna even be freaking sugarcoating, bitch, what fucking ballroom is here. You know what I mean? This whole all-inclusive thing, as to where it's, we're all in, it's our safe space. And all of this other freaking bullshit that they be. Bitch, You gotta see half of this shit, bitch. I'll be looking at. I'll be like, bitch, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It is not that. It is not that. It is not that. Somebody needs to come out, bitch, with a documentary, bitch, about real ballroom, bitch. Paris is Burning, bitch, needs a fucking upgrade. It's no shade about what it is now to be in, ballroom. It's not like that at all, just like the community. Right. You know what I mean? Like, bitch, people be freaking trying to... people be really trying to sugarcoat it. Like, people be really trying to sugarcoat it. Fantasy says, so what advice would you give a new girl getting into this? Run! It's like, no. Run. The thing about it is that I would say, sit down, listen, I talk to myself all the time. I would say have a sit down with yourself and find out what it is that you expect to gain, or what is your purpose. You know what I mean? Because the purpose is important. Your intentions with it are important. So what I would say is to find out what it is that you hope to gain, or what it is that you want out of ballroom. You know what I mean? Because if you're looking at it as an extracurricular activity, like the majority of us should, you know what I mean? If you're looking at it as an extracurricular activity, like the majority of us should, then it'll be smooth sailing for you. But if you're doing it with like some type of hidden intention, like you want to be this, you have that, you get stuck in the delusion of grandeur and get caught up into whatever personality that you create, then I would say, you're only setting yourself up. You're only setting yourself up. You know what I mean? Please learn the difference and have the distinct difference of who you are as a person and that ballroom personality. Because there's a lot of them out there that get caught up in that ballroom personality. True story. So, yeah, I would say, find out what it is that you want out of ballroom. If you're doing it for fun, that's fantastic. You know what I mean? As an extracurricular activity, that's fantastic. But please do not get caught up into that, because let me tell you something, ballroom will build you up just to rip the motherfucking shit right from up underneath you. And for those, and thank you for saying that, Egan. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. For me, it's confidence, and with each time I walk, I feel a little bit more in my day-to-day. And I was just going to say that too. For those who have a problem with confidence and backbone, this type of thing is perfect for you. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't even be sitting here talking in front of y'all right now if it wasn't for ballroom. Because, bitch, I used to be fucking reserved and didn't say shit to nobody. Edgy. Yes. Oh, okay, there it is. Thank you. Yeah. I wouldn't be talking in front of y'all right now if it wasn't for the confidence that ballroom instilled in me. You know what I mean? And I apply a lot of that shit that I learned in ballroom to my everyday life. Giving me a backbone. Speaking up for myself. Because I had a problem with communication. It is difficult, Fantasy. Fantasy says, how do you navigate that as a trans woman? It is extremely difficult, especially now because ballroom is so dominated by male figures. So it is very, 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 very difficult because we don't have things like, you know, our gay mothers of yesteryear. We no longer have those. We have, you know, we have some in our scene, but just like I said, that ballroom personality, especially with the girls, especially with a lot of the girls, that ballroom personality of who you are in ballroom, they get sucked up into that. So it's definitely difficult navigating that as a trans woman. Especially because fucking ballroom is built off of shit like shade and reading and all of that. It's basically, let me fucking put her down, bitch, to make me motherfucking feel better about myself. And that's something that's fucking generational that been happening. Heaven says, yeah, because you was never a talker back in the day. Very sweet, humble, and you know. You know how I rock. I had my, like, my circle was this small back then. It was only a certain amount of people that I would open up to. And even then I had a problem with opening up to people because I was always afraid, you know, of not living up to that freaking Niambi that they freaking thought I was. Now I don't give a fuck. Bitch. Now I don't give a fuck. Now I don't give a fuck about them. You know what I mean? And I think it had a lot to do with too is that I had to depend on ballroom. You know what I mean back then? Like ballroom was my freaking gateway for everything. Like I literally had to depend on ballroom. Like my transition would not have happened without ballroom because we had no other way. You know what I'm saying? We had no other way. Nope. We had no other way to achieve, you know, what we wanted to achieve. It was just ballroom and that's it. Now, trans women can transition and don't even have to freaking brush by ballroom at all. They don't even have to be involved in ballroom if they don't want to. And they can still achieve their transition. Back then we didn't have a choice. Yes, it was, but we had a lot of diners and dinners, so I got you, and being a Libra, when you had enough, you fight back the injustice. That's right. Yeah, well, honey, let me tell you something. Yeah, that's just in our genetic makeup anyway as Libras. You know what I mean? We don't, honey, we can't stand something being unfair. We always advocating for somebody. Fantasy, and it's definitely difficult too. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to sit up here and act like, honey, that my journey was overnight because it was not. You know what I mean? It was not. When I say, but I'll tell you this: when I stopped giving a fuck about, that's when my whole world opened up. When I stopped giving a fuck and being confident in what I brought to ballroom. You know what I mean? Stop letting these bitches like, bitch, I don't need you to tell me, honey, what I put into ballroom, bitch. I started ballroom in 1992. I ain't got no fucking reason to lie. You know what I mean? I've gotten of the years for my category. But nowadays, sometimes you have to toot your own fucking horn. Nowadays. Because people will try to water down your fucking accomplishments. Especially in ballroom. I knew at 20 years, like, bitch, yes. Bitch, I'm an icon for the category, bitch. I check my fucking resume. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ballroom Throwbacks, because without that, a lot of that shit would have been like freaking lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? And I would still have people today telling me, you know what I mean, what I contributed to ballroom, even though I already fucking know. Heaven says, well, time definitely changed since then anyway, because it was clicky. And who's seen it for you then, especially the resources was limited. Yeah. We had nothing. We definitely did not have resources. I'm very proud of you because you write on. Thank you, Lisa. My boom boom stank. Thank you. You know, it's definitely changed, but the thing that gets under my skin is all of the appropriation and people not talking about it for what it is. You know what I mean? A lot of people saying, they read people in ballroom. You know what I mean? Oh, yo, you participate in that ballroom shit, da 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 da. But bitch, in the next fucking breath, want to tens across the board you to death. And oh, Miss Thing, you're turning it, and all of that. Bring it to the judges and face, give them face. Bitch, if you don't live for ballroom like that, why are you giving all that? What are you giving all that for? Because there's something there that you low-key want to be included in. And you don't have the confidence enough to know whether you can make it inside of ballroom or not. So that's why you read it. I'm just calling a thing a thing. It's 2022. Fantasy says it's the breaking through the clicks to be recognized that I face now. Listen, I've also had to experience that. You know what I mean? It's very, very, very extremely hard to become an individual in ballroom. It is. Especially if you're in a house. Because see, for me, I was in a house where there was a lot of lights that were shining. You know what I mean? There were a lot of girls that walked my specific category. You know what I mean? And it became difficult, especially where you're in the same house with these folks, to not be in their shadow. You know what I mean? I had to leave the house that I was in order to become recognized. But bitch, I tell you one thing, once I left that house, honey, and became recognized, honey, they asked for me back, but it was under different circumstances. I was then an individual. I wasn't in someone else's shadow. Heaven says they want to adopt the persona. Yeah, a lot of them get caught up in that persona. And it becomes and I'll say something else, Heaven. It's easy to get caught up into that, especially where you have a lot of people hyping you up and building you up. You know what I mean? It's difficult. You know what I mean? It's very easy to adopt that and get caught up in it. It's very, very easy to get caught up in it. Oh, Miss Thing, yes, you better eat it, and blah, 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 blah. Like, it can become addictive. All the adulation and the applause and all of that. That shit is like a drug for a lot of people in our scene. Ashton says there's so many gay people and trans people who love to say, I'm not into ballroom like that because it sounds cool to them. But they steadily use the language and overall essence of those who are in ballroom. Exactly. Yes, they do. Bitch, don't use our vocabulary and motherfucking vernacular, bitch, if you don't freaking live for ballroom like that. You all up into these motherfucking shows, the poses and the motherfucking legendaries and shit. And want to use the go off Miss Thing and all of that. But yet you don't see ballroom girls like that. Fuck out of my face. I reads Ballroom. I hold Ballroom accountable because I spend enough time in it. But bitch, I'm not gonna let another bitch that ain't spent 2 minutes in Ballroom bitch read it though. No, I'm not. Heaven says, back in the day, you had to be selected to be the star more than what your gift on the floor displayed. Because it was about building their house, not just allowing people to showcase their gift under the house. Name. Right. Right. Now the House of Allure back then did allow us to run and be us, but it was always a star in the house that you dare not outshine, even if you felt you was the answer. And the thing about it is, I used to feel that way. You know what I mean? But after a while, it became like, bitch, I'm doing all this shit and not getting recognized. Like, I mean, I didn't even want to be recognized on a larger scale. I'm talking about on a smaller scale, like amongst the house that I was in. Like, bitch, I just processed fucking 8 bitches and you saying grand prize this bitch. And I just processed 8 hoes over here. To me, then it was it was unfair. I can talk about it now because it's years later. But I'm just saying. Like, girl, where you think you going with that cash, bitch? I just fucking where you think you going, girl? You come in on the end, bitch, and battle one bitch, honey, and it's grand prize? Like, bitch, no. Like, girl, no. Fantasy says, I just won a few trophies. And Fantasy, if you keep that mindset, then you'll be fine. You know what I mean? Use it as an extracurricular activity. You know what I mean? It's easy. It's definitely easy to get sucked up into it, especially when they start acting like they live for you. Notice I put them in quotes. Put that in quotes, bitch. When they act like they live for you. Because, bitch, all of it is fucking smoke and mirrors. You know what I mean? It's where we go to feel like the celebrities that we are. That mainstream society never felt that we were. Now look, we've got mainstream society now infiltrating our shit that we created to make us feel like celebrities. Growl. Growl. I'm just saying. I just wish they bring a lot of them freaking categories that they used to have back in the day back. You know what I mean? A lot of them categories that they used to have back in the day were so fab. Medusa says, I love Ballroom. The reason I leave my city at any time. Yeah, well, see, Ballroom was a lot smaller. You know what I mean? Ballroom was a lot smaller, so where you only had a couple places to go. LOL, the act is good business for me. Yep, there you go. Listen. Heaven says, I know that feeling, especially in buns when you wasn't in the crowd or bigger balls, such they know what hoes hit years ago that run off with your Not that you know what situation I was talking about, though. You're not gonna get on here and blow me up. Oh, yes, honey. It's gotten shit with it, but I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? A lot of our girls and women that were involved in ballroom are no longer here with us, and that is what that is exactly what ballroom is missing now. And you can tell. You know what I mean? We no longer have our freaking MC Deborahs and fucking Octavias and freaking Jennifer Legends and all of these folks that help build what ballroom is. They're either no longer with us or not actively participating anymore. And you can tell. And you can tell. That was only for that era, such as Butch Queen Up in Pumps, no ma'am. Listen, I love them freaking kooky categories like Fag Out and fucking Hair Affair and shit like that. Like I used to love categories like that. I used to love categories like that because the thing about it is you had to be creative. And that's why I live for Runway and Bazaar and all of those so much too, because it takes a certain amount of creativity. Yes, Selvin. Yes. I miss all of that. You know what I mean? Those are the people that got you hype. Somebody was talking about on my feed, like back in the day when you used to go to a ball and you would be sitting there with your girlfriends and everything, talking and busting it up. You know what I mean? At a mini ball or whatever, and then all of a sudden you hear dent, dent, bitch, to let you know that ball was getting ready to get started. Then let me tell you, you want to talk about hype? You want to talk about hype? Fantasy says, how do we get the girls back in the scene? Number one, by appreciating them when they do. If I had to answer that. By appreciating them when they do. When they come out, like, there should not be a reason why people shouldn't be out of their seats. There should not be a reason why, these people are not going off for ones that freaking paved the way. Especially when a lot of what the newer folks do is watching fucking hours and hours of fucking ball fucking clips on fucking at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, online. So, bitch, you know who the fuck these people are. And then you see them out, bitch, and you freaking sitting there looking at them like, bitch, they owe you money. They paved the way. Like, bitch, if I was to ever see Alyssa at a function, or Christina, or my sister Dee Dee, like, bitch, fuck that freaking all feeling fat bitch trying to be like, oh, who's that? Like, bitch, I'm going to be fangirling. I'm really gonna literally lose my mind. Not only because I grew up in the scene, watching and admiring these ladies, but bitch, I'm gonna go off. Now we've got this air to where everybody's motherfucking shit don't stink. And everybody's trying to look, trying to give off this and ain't in the fucking position to be giving off nothing. I'm just saying. And ain't in the position to be giving off that. Medusa says, it's the girls for heaven. Femme Vogue realness. You can't get the crowd off the runway. Commentators constantly hollering at the millennials. Well, I mean, I just think that balls nowadays, like there's no freaking structure behind them. That's why I had so much fun when I went to Dory and Corey back in February. Cause bitch, it was structured. It was so glitzy and so, you know what I mean? It was glitzy and sparkly. And that's what I miss the most about ballroom. Like now, bitch, it's like it be the fucking just disrespect for everything for me. You know. But yeah, yet again, all of the people, honey, I'm just gonna say this, honey, before I get up out of here. Is that all you bitches, honey, out there, honey, that want me to talk about ballroom? Bitch, stay the fuck out of my inbox. Cause bitch, I just had a whole entire live and sat here for an hour talking about ballroom and y'all bitches was nowhere to be found. So please stop wasting my time coming up in my inbox, honey, talking about I should be talking about ballroom. I saw Alyssa at the Dorian Corey last year and lost my damn voice. Exactly. Like there's no appreciation for these ladies. So, you know, why should these ladies come out, bitch, if there's no appreciation for them? No appreciation for those that freaking paved the way. You know? But yeah. Now watch this. To these 7 people, catch this, right? Watch this. To the 7 people that's left in here. Right when this live is over, right? Because I'm gonna watch, because I already know how this is gonna go. Because y'all know I got third sight and all of that, so I can see. So, but anyway, when this live is over, right, I'm gonna come back on live and do a little Vogue clip. Catch. And do a little Vogue clip. Bitch, and just watch how they motherfucking pour in here. Watch. Watch how they motherfucking pour in here. So catch. This is a treat for y'all for staying through the whole thing. So I'm going to do a little Vogue clip. But watch when I start voguing, bitch, how they motherfucking all freaking come in here. So I'll see y'all in a minute.